Hi, how's it going? Oh shit, that's loud. Got some Halo 4 gameplay, and right off the bat, I'm gonna spoil it for you. I get a triple kill, so that was pretty. Sorry for that terrible aiming, but that guy just gets disintegrated. Anyway, yeah. What was I gonna talk about? I don't remember. Oh, I watched a pretty bad movie this past week, and if you did see this, excuse me. It's all that drugs I've been taking. Oh, right here, the guy disconnected or something, and it got weird. I don't know. Yeah, like I was saying, I watched a pretty bad movie. A movie I hope you didn't go see, and if you did, I just want to apologize. Even though I didn't make the movie, I still feel like I apologize to every single person that watched it, because it was just terrible. And if you did see it, you know what I'm talking about. Movie 43. What was the point? What was the? I don't get it. Was there a plot there somewhere? Was it supposed to be funny, or? I mean, critics say it was just not. It was lowbrow humor, and it was offensive. And I'm thinking, oh, how bad could it be? Even though me and my friend who went to see it looked it up on Fandango, and all the fucking people said don't go. It was like the worst movie they've ever seen. And I'm like, come on, it can't be that bad. They're probably exaggerating. And I like lowbrow humor, so I'm like, we'll see what happens. And so we get in there, we watch the movie, and it was just a complete disaster. It wasn't. There were parts that were funny, and that was only because there were funny people playing those parts, like people you already knew who were funny. And even then, it was just terrible. I mean, the only part that was actually decent was the last little sketch they had. And it was just, I was like, wow, I didn't think that was possible. I mean, when critics say it was offensive and had lowbrow humor, it really was not offensive at all. Like, I think there was one part where Hugh Jackman, I think his name is, had like it was like a whole sketch about him, and he had like testicles on his neck or something, and the girl he was having a date with was like freaking out over it. And like on paper, you would think that would be funny, but when they executed it, the way they executed it on film did not translate to funny. It was just dumb. Like having testicles, and then he was carrying a baby, and then he like leaned over and the testicles on his neck were on the baby's like head. I'm like, that could be funny, but there was no, I don't know, like I don't know if there was no delivery or anything, and they just put it out there. Maybe that's why, but I don't think so. Or maybe maybe it wasn't funny at all. I don't know, because I didn't laugh when I saw that. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I've seen some pretty offensive things, and that's not offensive. In no way is that offensive. And it was just dumb to watch. There was like 2 sketches out of like the 10 or whatever that were there, and like I said to my friend afterwards, there was a lot of stars in it, like Halle Berry, Steve Merchant, I think his name is, the guy who voiced the one of the shit. What's his name? It's like the GLaDOS little robot dude. I forgot his name, but he was in it. Halle Berry was in it. Hugh Jackman. The McLovin dude. Forgot his name. Seth MacFarlane even makes a cameo. A bunch of other stars. And I said to my friend, they probably made the stars themselves. Whoever starred in those sketches, they probably made them come up with those ideas and those sketches themselves rather than actual good writers, because they were just terrible. And like I said, maybe they thought in their head it could have been funny, on paper it would have been funny, and then they didn't execute it correctly. Or maybe they're just not good at comedy. They should have let professionals handle that, because like I said, it was just not funny. And the last bit that I liked, the very last sketch, which I said was the only good one, it was because the guy, it was some, I forgot his name, but it was some black guy. He was pretty well known, but he does comedy, and so I guess that's why it was funny, because he knew what the fuck he was doing, unlike the rest of them. Anyway, that was just a little rant. Don't go see it. It's a terrible movie.